Right, ma'am. Good morning. Um, Last class on the we have seen okay basic scenarios. Section 11, section 7 we have seen. Okay, supply and pathon, that is we have seen supply. Okay, today we just going to see the other scenarios. Okay, we summarize the scenarios. Okay, I request everyone put on mute. Okay, any doubt, any clarification that time you can ask for. Right. So now last class summarization. Okay, one second. So last class or summarization, which is going through that section 7. Okay, this is nothing but scope of supply. Okay, section, there is what are the scenarios we just going to see in this chapter in Patina, section 7, section 8. Section 8 பொறுத்தவரைக்கும் there is composite supply and mixed supply. Section 9 levy. Section 10 composition levy. Section 11 exemption. Okay, these are the things which is going to see in this chapter. Okay, just a minute. Okay, now we're just going to see summarize this section. Section 7 which is going to summarize. Okay, so section 7 பொறுத்தவரைக்கும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா 71A, 71B, 71C, 71D. Okay, now it has been removed and it has been inserted as 71A. 7 capital 1. There is 1 capital A. So when it talks about section 71A, okay, here it talks about number 1. Form of supply நம்ம last class இதெல்லாம் பார்த்தாச்சு. I'm not going in depth. I'm just going to explain about the basic scenarios. Please put on mute, please. Okay. Form of supply. Number 2 வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா form of இதுல வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா number 2 form of supply. In addition to that, you also need to be it is subject to consideration. Next one, then it should be in furtherance to the business. Furtherance to the business. Okay, that means what they satisfy all these 3 conditions. Form of supply is nothing but by way of barter, by way of sale, by way of exchange, by way of license, by way of disposal, okay, by way of lease, etc. Okay, so this is the scenarios. Next, section 7(1)(b), here it is talking about what? Import of services plus consideration. Import of services plus consideration. Okay, by any person to any person. Okay, so here whether it is furtherance to the business, okay, I'm making FTB here. Okay, whether it is furtherance to the business or not furtherance to the business, it is irrelevant. Okay, so furtherance to business is irrelevant. Okay, here import of services plus consideration if it is received, that is consideration if it has been paid in the sense, okay, it is subject to supply. Okay, this is all called as what? Supply. Right. Next, number 3, 7(1)(c), okay, which is talking about Patna. That is, here it is talking about what? Here it is subject to schedule 1. It is subject to what? Schedule 1. Okay, whether it is for there is plus furtherance to the business, plus what? Furtherance to the business, whether consideration received or not. That means what? This is irrelevant. Okay, so schedule 1 plus furtherance to the business, then it is also called as what? Supply. That is also called as what? Supply. Next, 7(1)(a), okay, because 7(1)(1)(d) has been withdrawn. So 7(1)(a), okay, here it is talking about what? Which are subject to schedule 2. Okay, they are described certain supply which are called as what? Goods. Certain supply which is called as what? Services. Okay, so in this particular scenario we have seen, right? Next one we have also seen 7(2). Okay, in section 7(2), okay, there is a GST Council. Okay, May, 1 second. Okay, the GST Council. Okay, certain service, certain activities or transaction, okay, will not be called a supply if it is subject to what? Schedule 3. Okay, Schedule 3, it is not regarded as supply, not regarded as supply, which is going to see that, and as recommended by the GST Council, as recommended by the GST Council. Okay, this are the scenarios which is going to see. Next one, we already seen. Okay, next one, 7.3. 7.3, certain scenario supply of goods. It is not regarded as services. Okay, certain thing is supply of services. It is not regarded as goods. Okay, so this is the scenarios. We also explain about schedule 1. Okay, and we also explain about schedule 2. We also explained in schedule 3 about in the previous video. Okay, right. So now we are not going to touch in this part. Already we have completed section 7. Okay, nothing but scope of supply. Today we just going to see section 8, nothing but composite supply and mixed supply. Composite supply and mixed supply that we already discussed, okay, in the initial stage, but we are just going to see, okay, the provision with regards to the supply. Okay, we know what is supply at present. Okay, we know what is supply at present, but here if supply made, okay, with, if supply made, otherwise we can use the word, if more than one supply, okay, if it is supply made, okay, supply were made more than one supply, more than one supply. Okay, so more than one supply means what in the sense, okay, your purchase, that is your you're taking, that is you are availing one particular supply. In addition to that, another supply also arising, another supply is also arising. Okay, for example, okay, for example, I'm going to a hotel. Okay, I'm getting a restaurant service, so I'm getting a room services. Zoom services is one step of supply. Okay, now also I'm just getting what? Restaurant services. Restaurant services. This is another supply where I paid in total. I'm going to pay in total. Okay, so here how to differentiate the services? Okay, as a composite supply or mixed supply. Okay, there are two types of supply. Okay, there is in section 8, which is talking about what? Composite supply or mixed supply. Here it means if any, there is, if the services made, okay, if services made more, that is if services made, sorry, supply made more than one supplies, more than one supplies, then it will either comes in mixed supply or it will comes in composites supply. If it is more than one supply, then it is subject to what? Composite supply or mixed supply. What is this composite supply or mixed supply? First, see, in case of composite supply, okay, so it is subject to what? Principal supply. It is subject to what? Principal supply. When if it is no principal supply, then other supply will not arise. Other supply will not arise. That means what? This principal supply will override all this supply. This principal supply will override all supply. Okay, and it is subject to what? Bundle of services. It is subject to what? Bundle of supply. Okay, it is subject to what? Bundle of supply. So without this supply will not arise. For example, okay, I'm booking a ticket. I'm booking a ticket. In that, I'm also there is getting another supply called as insurance. In that also, I'm getting what? Food. Okay, I'm also paying for food. So if there is a no ticket, okay, this service, this supply will not arise. This supply will not arise. Okay, this is number one. Number two, in the previous example, what we've seen, room services. We are booking what? Room services. In addition that, they are also booking, giving what? Restaurant services. Okay, that means what? Free breakfast, etc., etc. Okay, they're also providing this services. Okay, if there is a no room services, then this restaurant services will not arise. Okay, this restaurant services will not arise. That means what? So principal supply, this is called as what? Bundle of services. This is called as what? Bundle of services. If there is no bundle of services, okay, then it is not subject to composite supply. It will come in a mixed supply. Okay, here in case of mixed supply, In case of mixed supply, okay, it is not subject to bundle of services. Okay, it is not subject to bundle of services. Okay, it is each and every supply, each and every supply can sold individually. Can sold what? Individually. For example, I'm going to department store. Okay, there they are selling what? Toothpaste. Okay, toothpaste with brush. Okay, with what? Brush. So without toothpaste, brush also there. Brush can be sold separately. Toothpaste can be sold separately. Okay, or else I'm purchasing 1 kg of sugar. Okay, they are also giving half kg of salt, etc. Okay, or else they're saying that I'm selling 1 kg of gold. Sorry, I'm purchasing 5 grams of gold. Okay, they are also giving what 5 grams of silver. Okay, so here they can sell separately. It is not bundled of supply. It is not what bundle of supply. Okay, it can be sold even it can be sold what separately. So here, why we have to identify this scenarios in the sense, okay, when it is subject to composite supply. Okay, when it's subject to what composite supply. When it's subject to what composite supply, here there should be a bundle of supply. Number two, there is a principal supply. There is a principal supply here to determine the rate of tax. To determine the rate of tax, that is a main prioritization. Okay, to determine the rate of tax. Okay, it is subject to what principal supply. It is subject to what principal supply. Number two, okay, if you think about this scenarios, if you think about here in case of mixed supply, it is not bundle of services, bundle of supply. Sorry, it is not bundle of supply. Number two, okay, there is no principal supply concept. Okay, there is no principal supply concept. Okay, it can be sold separately. Okay, it can be sold separately. So hence, okay, here rate of tax shall be determined. Okay, the highest rate of such supply, highest rate of such supply. Okay, what are the highest rate? For example, I have supplied 3 supplies in that. For example, okay, chocolates, biscuits, okay, and some candies. Okay, assume that chocolate or rate on the it is 5%, biscuit or rate on the 12%, then candy or rate on the 18%. In the sense, the highest rate, okay, which is this rate is applicable to such mixed supply, such mixed supply. So here, this is subject to what? Okay, this is the scenarios to determine whether it is a principal, sorry, whether it is a composite supply or whether it is a mixed supply. Okay, why we need to identify in this sense? Okay, because here we have to determine the rate of tax. Okay, here also we need to determine the rate of tax. Here it is subject to principal supply. For example, in restaurant services it is 5%, where it is principal supply is 18%. That is, it is subject to what 18%. Where I'm booking a air ticket of 18%, that is where I'm just booking some scenarios. Okay, assume that it is 12% additional supply. Okay, additional supply, which is the principal supply. This one, this is additional supply, where it is assumed that 5%, that is 5% or 12% or 18%. It is irrelevance of this. Okay, or to charge at the rate of 12%. Okay, so this is the main scenarios which you need to understand under composite supply and mixed supply. This is all about a composite supply and principal. That is mixed supply. Okay. I think so. You are very much clear on this subject, right? Fine. Now we'll complete that composite supply, and that is we just complete that supply scenarios, examples now. 1 second. Right. Fine. We have seen this scenarios and all. Okay, in supply, taxable event. Taxable event is nothing but supply of goods. Number two, there is, if you're saying it as a supply, okay, they should have this following characteristics. Already we have discussed this. Supply of goods or services. Okay, there is supply of goods or services. Okay, then it is subject to what? GST. Okay, number two. Number two, பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, okay, supply should be made with the consideration. Number three, supply should be made in the course of furtherance of the business. Okay, number four, it should be made by a taxable person. Okay, supply should be a taxable supply. Okay, should be taxable supply and should be made in taxable territory. இதுல என்ன exception பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, suppose without consideration. Okay, without consideration. Okay, it also deemed to be supply in certain cases that we're just going to see later. Without furtherance of the business, this is also subject to section 91B. This is 91C. Okay, so import of services whether it is a furtherance of the business or not furtherance of the business. Okay, next we have discussed about this section 7. Okay, all form of supply of goods, both sale, barter, exchange, etc., etc. Okay, plus consideration plus furtherance of the business. Number two, import of services plus consideration whether it is furtherance of the business or not furtherance of the business. Okay, number three, okay, activities which has been specified in the schedule 3. Okay, without consideration. Okay, without consideration whether it is without consideration, then it is subject to what? 71C. Okay, next 71D has been omitted. Okay, this section has been omitted. Okay, with such amendment. Now this 71A has been introduced, where certain activities of the transaction constitute a supply in accordance with the provision of subjects to section 1. Is in the section 1 base panni. They shall be treated as supply, either as a supply of goods or either as supply as, okay, referred as services as specified in the section schedule 2. Okay, right. Next is section 7.2, which is talking about what? The central government, or there is on recommendation by the GST Council, okay, certain services, okay, which is neither a supply nor a there is neither a supply of goods nor a supply of services. That means what? Services by way of grant of license to the license against the consideration in the form of license. என்ன சொல்ல வரேன்னா, I'm getting a license for liquor. Okay, in such cases, if government has been granted in the sense that license cost is not considered as supply. Okay, also they have been mentioned. Okay, in this particular scenarios. One second. Okay, so now section 71D has been omitted. Okay, that means what? 71A, 71B, 71C is there, and next new section is 71A has been introduced. Okay, next one we'll just see 71C also. So 713 we'll see later. 73 we'll see later. So number one, in the course of business. Okay, it should be done. Either it should be made in the course of business. For example, CMA RAM, a practicing cost accountant, carries out the activities of accounting, auditing firm, filing returns, certify the documents, so on. This activity is whether it is in the course of business. Yes, it is the course of business. Okay. Number two. Okay. So if it is in relates to my business, also will be called as for furtherance to my business. I am asking to do survey, etc., etc. That is also considered as furtherance to my business. Mrs. X Limited manufacturing of motor car company used to sell many number of cars in the southern India. In the view demand in the southern India, companies intend to establish manufacturing unit in Chennai. Mrs. X Limited appointed Mrs. Y as a consultant. Okay, for searching, evaluating this. This is also considered as a furtherance of the business. Evaluating and shortlisting places of prospective target. Finally, company decided to establish a unit at Ambattur Industry Estate. Hence, Y carried out the various activities that is called as for furtherance to the business. Okay, so one by one we're just going to see. Next, so in the all form of supply. Okay, this is all called as what? Form of supply. One is sale, transfer, barter, exchange, license, rental, lease, disposal. Everything which is called as what? Form of supply. Okay, first we're just going to see sale. Sale is nothing but is defined in the VAT law. Okay, so here it is involves what? Transfer of property to another person for consideration. That is called as what? Sale. Okay, so here it does not include mortgage, hypothecation, charge or pledge. Okay, this is not regarded as supply. So example, Mr. X sold laptop worth of rupees 1 lakh and issued an invoices in favor of Y. Okay, just making a sale, hence it is regarded as supply. Illegal activities and prohibited activities. Prohibited activities is punishable under law, so it is not regarded as sale. But illegal activities will be considered as sale. For example, okay, I just here Mr. thief has stolen the motorbike and sell the motorbike to Mr. Q. It is illegal, but it is not a prohibited goods. Okay, hence it is regarded as supply. Hence the GST will be levied on such supply. Okay, Mr. T sold narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. Okay, to Mr. Q for 3 lakhs. This is a prohibited scenarios which is not considered as a supply. Okay, next, the official liquidator for doing valuation, this is also regarded as supply. Okay, so Mr. X is an official liquidator provided various services like valuation of asset, help of the valuer, inviting valuer tender, selling asset, making payments to the borrower, creditors, etc. That also regarded as supply. Mr. A being a dealer of furniture, delivery the goods to the branch office of Mr. X. Upon the direction of Mr. X, head office, the control of supply furnishes between Mr. A and Mr. X head office. Mr. A is liable to pay, okay, on such GST. Okay, here it is also subject to sale, hence it is regarded as supply. Next, transfer. There is transfer. There is ownership has been transferred from one person to another. Okay, it is called as what? Transfer. So goods sent for demonstration on return basis. Now I know the goods. I am just sending my goods for which has been returned in some point of time. Okay, it is not regarded as supply. Okay. Number two, Mr. A is the owner of the Xerox machine. He transferred the rights to operate the Xerox machine to B for consideration of 10,000 per month for 4 months. Since the ownership of the machine is not transferred, but right. Okay, if you transfer the right, it is regarded as transfer. Okay. I request everyone put on mute. Okay, right. Barter means what? Like I'm giving one good, he just selling, he just giving some other scenarios. I'm giving one service, he providing another services. Okay, those things, everything will come under barter. So Mr. C, a practicing cost accountant, provided the services to there is Mrs. Limited, dealer of laptop. In return, A Limited is giving to C to laptop. Here two-way supply. There is A is there is C is providing services. Okay, that is called a supply, and A is providing goods. That is also called as what? Supply. Okay, so here we are just seeing only supply. Okay, we are not seeing any value, etc. So Mr. X, a dealer of laptop. Okay, he supplied a laptop of rupees 40,000 to Mr. Y with a barter, a printer. The value of the printer of 4,000, but the open market value of laptop is not known. So in the 40,000, that is because he X is selling to this particular Y 40,000 plus this 4,000, then the value of total cost is 44,000. Okay. Next, in case of exchange, that is also will be considered as supply. So Mr. A is dealer of new phone. He supplied rupees 20,000. Okay, first 20,000 to B along with the exchange old phone. Okay, pricing of rupees 20. That is pricing of new phone without exchange on 24,000, but exchange within 20,000. So that 4,000 shall also included here. Okay, A to B within 24,000, B to A within 4,000. Okay, both are regarded as supply if they are both are considered as a registered person. Okay, next. Mr. X is a dealer of new cars. He sells a new cars of rupees 8,25,000. Okay, he reduced 1,25,000 by selling the old car. So total supply on X to this particular person Y. Okay, it's 8,25,000. If Y to X, if it is a car dealer subject to registration, then that is also regarded as supply. Okay, if it is individual, okay, if it is a business person where he is not availing input tax credit, then it is not regarded as supply. That we see already. That we've seen already. Okay, right. Next, license. License also is one type of supply. Okay, if I'm just giving right to use, that is also regarded as supply. Right. Next. Chennai-based company has been awarded one mineral exploration contract for 18 months in respect of specific sites in Mumbai by the Mumbai-based corporation. As a result, Chennai-based company got a license to extract the mineral exploration for a period of 18 months. Mumbai-based company supply taxable services. So here also it is subject to what? There is subject to what? Supply of services. Here it is subject to RCM. When we talk about RCM, that we'll see later. Okay, so there is an exemption of RCM that we'll see there. Okay, rent is also form of supply. If I'm providing commercial building, then it is considered as supply. Okay, there is some exemption supply if you're providing. There is what? A residential complex, then it is not regarded as supply. That we'll see later. Okay, so in a exemption supply. Next, Mr. X is the owner of the residential building. Okay, in a commercial locality, ground floor is giving on rent to Y for rupees 60,000. Y is using as a residence. Okay, residence is subject to exemption. Okay, which is not taxable. That we see later. Okay, in exemption supply, we'll see later. Okay, right. Next, lease. Lease is also part of supply. Okay, financial lease, that is everything is part of supply. Okay, next, I just explaining about this scenarios, right? Suppose Alia Travels Private Limited, a travel agent books a ticket to for a customer, Mr. Z. Travel agent raised an invoice to customer, Mr. Z, of the transport passenger by air of rupees 10,000 and his commission of rupees 500. So the entire amount of rupees 10,000 is not a consideration here. So he is acting like a agent, principal and agent relationship. Okay, only the commission will be chargeable. Okay, if it is just there is a, it is if it there is the ticket has been booking on behalf of such person and the commission, it is not subject to what? It is not charged on the entire 10,050. That is 10 lakhs, 10,500. It is on 500. Okay, right. Next one, Vedram. Limited being authorized dealer of TT brand render services to the buyers of car, but payment is made by the authorized dealer by the TT company. Okay, it is called as what? Consideration is given by the third person. Okay, therefore it is regarded as supply. Here, T Limited is an authorized dealer of TT brand. Okay, to buy a services of car. Okay, this is also regarded as a supply that we'll see later. Okay, that consideration point of things we'll see later. Okay, here consideration include non-monetary components, the non-monetary consideration also. For example, okay, I'm giving a sports club agree to his hire services of cricket player of Mr. C for consideration of 2 crores and also providing car of 20 lakhs. So total supply of services from the 2 crores plus 20 lakhs, 2 crores 20 lakhs is considered as a supply. Next, Mr. X sells office furniture to Mr. Y on condition that donation of rupees 10,000 is payable to Mr. Y to the trust. Okay, if anything subject to condition, then such condition which is regarded as what? Supply. Okay, assume that I'm supplying services to donation, that is providing some amount to the donation, that is providing to trust. Okay, if I'm not availing any services from the trust in the sense that it is not considered as supply. If I'm expecting some supply from the charitable trust, now then it is regarded as supply. Okay, then it is regarded as supply. Okay, right? They have agreed to sell its business, okay, to R&D Limited for consideration of 50 lakhs, okay, and agrees that it will not conduct the same on a similar business for 10 years, for which R&D Limited paid rupees 20 lakhs, okay. Here, Mr. Dev Limited consideration is rupees, that is here, it is not transfer of business. Yes, they're saying that some transactions has been happened, hence consideration shall be considered as 70 lakhs, okay, right? Next. Here, it is not regarded as there is no consideration. Mr. A during long drive with his wife Bella, okay, violated traffic rules. Okay, if it is by way of penalty, it is not considered as what? Consideration. If it is by way of grant of pocket money, reward, amount reward of LEM or divers, okay, so it is also not regarded as what? Consideration. Okay, if subsidy given by the government, it is also not considered as consideration. Okay, next, deposited if it is refunded. Suppose I am giving to the supplier, I am asking that that amount shall be refunded now, then that is not consideration. If the deposit is not refunded now, then that is considered as consideration. Okay, so equipment and instruments sent to the manufacturer factory to repairs and calibration within India on returnable basis now, it is not regarded as supply. Okay, I'm sending the goods to a particular person, okay, where I'm returning it is in returnable basis, okay, it is not regarded as supply. Okay, but here water supply when you're doing the repairs, that is called as what? Supply. X Limited supplies spare parts freely to replace during the warranty period because I already collected the warranty amount with my that is initial amount, so hence it is not regarded as supply. If any penalty paid, okay, that is also not regarded as okay. Penalty levied on late or delayed payment on loan, okay, it is regarded as supply. If it is penalty or late fees which has been paid on our account of penalty which has been paid on our account of penalized by law, then it is not regarded as supply. Okay, right? So,
sir,
one second, ma. சொல்லுமா இத முடிச்சதுக்கு அப்புறம் அந்த பாயிண்ட் நோட் பண்ணி வெச்சுக்கோ, then we'll explain about the doubt. Okay,
இல்ல சார், அந்த எக்ஸாம்பிள் 29ல taxable under GST ன்னு போட்டுருக்காங்களே சார்.
சொல்லுமா. One second.
இப்ப லாஸ்டா பார்த்தோம்ல அதுதான் சார்.
ஒரு நிமிஷம். சொல்லுமா, என்ன வேணும்?
அந்த penalties levied on late and
only penalty if it is subject to if it is subject to penalized by law, okay, then it is not considered supply. Here on the it is not penalized by law. Okay, is delaying such payment, so hence penalty will be levied. Okay, so here it is like not satisfy the contract, hence it is regarded as supply.
Oh,
Okay,
okay, sir.
right. Next. So JV and incorporated temporary association constituted for the limited purpose of carrying out a specified project, and the member of the JV are treated as a distinct person, and therefore taxable services provided by the consideration by the JV to its member or vice versa is called as what? Taxable supply. Enna? So I am we four are entering with the contract. Okay, to create a JV. Okay, JV is a separate person, and there is my Yomurthy is a separate person, Yomurthy, and plus addition to that, I assume that Kamesh, okay, Aditya, and one more person is entering. There is all three person entering into JV. So that is called as what? AOP or BOI, and we are a different person. When between these two person is also regarded as supply. Okay, so here there are four members in JV, but when you are contributing the amount, it is not regarded as supply. Okay, when you are getting any supply from any scenarios from them, it is called as what? Supply. So there are four members in JV, including the operating members, and each member one contribute rupees 100 part of this share. A total of 400 is collected. The operating member purchase a machinery of rupees 400 for the JV to be used in the oil production. Okay, in the given case, the money paid for the purchase of machinery is merely in the nature of capital contribution, and there is no transaction of money. It is not be regarded as supply. Okay, so here if it is capital contribution, then it is not regarded as supply. If it is I'm contributing one scenario, so I'm getting back in another scenario in the sense, then it is regarded as supply. So there are four members in the JV, including the operating members, and each one contribute rupees 100 as a part of the share. A total amount of rupees 400 is collected. The operating member thereafter use his own machine and perform exploration and the production activities on behalf of the JV. So here, the operating member uses its own machinery and therefore providing services within the scope of supply. Okay, suppose the capital contribution is over. Additionally, if he contribute any other services where he is getting some amount in the sense, then it will attract GST. Okay, here we are talking about whether it is attract GST or not attract GST. Only we are just saying. Okay, this is all about section 7.1a. 7.1b already we discussed import of services, whether there is plus consideration, whether it is in the course of business or not in the course of business. What is import of services, Patina? There is import of services is nothing but services. Okay, it is only services, not on goods. Okay, import on services. Look, the person is supplier is located outside India and recipient in India, place of supply in India. Okay, and consideration received, whether it is in the course of business or not in the course of business, it is irrelevant. Okay, so here, as per the provision contained in section 21 of IGST, okay, Act 2017, all import of services made on or after appointment date. Okay, okay. If services made after appointment date, it is subject to IGST. If services made before appointment day, na 1st July 2017, then it is taxable under the existing law, earlier law. If it is apply made in the earlier, that is in case of such import of services has been paid in part under the existing law, the balance amount shall be subject to what? IGST. Okay, that means what? Proportionately in that is earlier existing law, I already paid some portion. Now GST has been there is GST Act came in force. Now it is subject to GST. Now you also need to pay GST also, not on the old balance, or only on the remaining balance. Okay. Next, suppose the supply of services of for rupees 1 crore was initiated prior to the introduction of GST. A payment of rupees 20 lakhs has been already been made on the supplier. Okay, that means what? This 20 lakhs is subject to earlier law, and this remaining 80 lakhs is subject to IGST law. Okay, right? Next, online information and database access on the retrieval services where import of services from the Google. Okay, if it is without consideration, then it is not regarded as supply, because here there are two conditions it is important. One is import of services, number two, and it should be for the consideration. Okay, if there is no consideration, then there is no supply. Okay, unless otherwise it is not subject to section 7.1c. Okay, 7.1c. Okay, next, import downloading of a song, okay, for consideration for personal use. Okay, if it is again I just repeating, import of services plus consideration, whether it is for business purpose or not for the business purpose, it is regarded as supply. It is regarded as supply, hence it is regarded as supply here. Okay, next, Mr. C of Chennai paid fees of rupees online coaching, obtained it from a teacher located in USA for coaching. Here, okay, supply of services outside India, okay, received in India, okay, and consideration paid, whether it is for the purpose of business or not for the purpose of business, it is regarded as supply. It is regarded as what? Supply. Okay. So if it is not paid in the sense, okay, if it is subject to reverse charge mechanism in the sense, then it is exempt in the hands of C and it is taxable in the hands of such the non-resident taxable person. Non-resident taxable person. Right. So Micro Apparel in Chennai, Tamil Nadu avail fashion designing services of rupees 50 lakhs from Prabhu Design in Singapore. Okay, it is also regarded as supply because here it is availing services outside India, getting services in India for the purpose of consideration. Okay, and is also for the purpose of business and not for the purpose of business. Both are relevant for that scenarios. Okay, right. Next, import of some services by the Indian branch from the parent company in the course of business without consideration. Okay, here it is subject to section. Okay, 7(1)(c), subject to schedule 1, subject to that which is going to see here. Okay, which is going to see this particular scenarios. Okay, right. So hence it is regarded as supply. What is section 7(1)(c) talking about, Patana? It is subject to schedule 1. Okay, whether or not is it for the consideration, but it should be furtherance to the business. But it should be furtherance to the business. Number 1, schedule 1, which is talking about what? Schedule 1, permanent transfer. Permanent transfer, if you see here, okay, permanent transfer or disposal of business asset. Okay, permanent transfer or what? Disposal of business asset where ITC has been availed. Where ITC has been availed. If no ITC is availed, then it will not come under schedule 1. Okay, if it is not a business asset, then it will not come under schedule 1. Okay, that we just going to see later. Okay, next, number 2, supply of goods. Okay, or both. Okay, just we'll see one by one. There is something. First, I just read this. Supply of goods or services are both between related person or between distinct person in the course of business. In the course of what? Business. If it is for personal purpose, then it will not come here. If it is for the purpose of business, for example, Murthy at firm, okay, and he is using for this personal purpose in this sense by the partner, then it will not come under schedule 1. It will not come under schedule 1. Okay, right? Here we also explain this particular scenario. If it is gift given by the employee to the employee, if it is more than 50,000, then it is regarded as supply. Then supply of goods. Okay, principal to agent, agent to principal. Okay, on behalf of principal or on behalf of principal. Okay, he will undertakes to supply or he will undertake to receive. Both are considered as supply. Okay, here import of services. Okay, by a person from a related person, from a related person, நல்ல word use பண்ணிக்கங்க, from a related person or from a his own establishment. Now, in the course of furtherance to business, then it is regarded as supply. In section 7(1)(b), it is talking about import of services plus consideration. இங்க வந்து 7(1)(c) வந்து import of services without consideration. Number 2, there are no furtherance to the business or furtherance to the business. Here, it should be a furtherance to the business. Okay, it should be a furtherance to the business. Okay, so you have to understand all these 3 concepts. Right, we'll see one by one. Permanent transfer or disposal of business asset. Here, first point is transfer of business asset. Number 2 வந்து permanent transfer. Number 3 வந்து without consideration. Without consideration. Number 4 வந்து ITC already available. For example, I am transfer my laptop which I already used in my business. Okay, I avail ITC. I am transferred to my or transfer to the trust. Okay, here it is not regarded. It is regarded as supply. Okay, it is reviewable in the hands of such person, Mr. Z. Okay, so for example, Mr. Z. Okay, because you have to reverse this ITC. You have to reverse this ITC. Okay, so Z Limited upgrades the computer, the existing computer and laptop which do not support, hence donated to the trust where ITC there is a business asset where ITC is already availed. Okay, hence it is regarded as supply. Next, Mr. Shankar Private Limited being a trader in the cloths. Okay, 50% of the stock is transferred to the society at free of cost. Okay, giving by way of donation. Where this on this cloth, because it is a raw material, it is a business asset. Where I already availed what? ITC. I already availed what? ITC. Okay, hence it is regarded as what? Okay, hence it is regarded as what? Supply. Right. So I already availed on business as a business asset include inventory also. Hence it is regarded as what? Business asset. I avail ITC. Hence it is liable for. It is subject to what? Supply. Next, Mr. Das purchased a car for personal use, and after a year sold it to a dealer for rupees 2 lakhs. Will the transaction will be regarded as supply? See, car It is used not for business purpose. It is used for business purpose. Okay. So hence it is not regarded as supply. Number one. Number two, car. Okay. Okay. Assume that instead of person, I put it as a business. I put it as a business purpose. When car has been purchased for the business purpose, where ITC is ineligible for car, ITC is ineligible for car. So hence ITC is not availed. ITC is not availed. Hence is not. Then it is not regarded as supply again. Okay, right? See here, Mr. Rahim purchased a car for the business use. After 2 years, transfer the cars for the personal consumption to the use at the home. Will transaction will be regarded as supply? ITC is not availed. Hence it is not regarded as supply. Hence it is not regarded as supply. Clear? Next. MN companies, a sole proprietorship is a business, is in business of selling furniture. Its owner took a set of furniture to furnish his house permanently. Will the transaction will be regarded as supply? So here, if ITC availed na, okay, you have to reverse that ITC. Okay, if the ITC not availed na, then I'm using for my personal purpose without consideration. It is not regarded as supply. It is not regarded as supply. Clear, right? Next, if you see T Limited. In business of hotel, he purchased AC for the business purpose, and after 2 years, he transferred the AC for the director without consideration. Will the transaction regard as supply? Yes, because he already availed ITC, and it is regarded as supply. Right now, we're going to analyze section 7.1b and 7.1c. Okay, see here. 7.1b, import of services, consideration is important, business is not important. Okay, 7.1c, here import of services by a taxable person from a related person, okay, or any other establishment. Here consideration is not required. Here business stresses. Okay, here it is what business scenarios is required. Okay. Right, back. Now, if you see here, who are the related persons? Okay, officer or director of another business and legally recognized as a partner, employer, employee. Okay, so director owns control of 25%. Okay, in any other company. Okay, he is having control on any other company. Okay, directly or indirectly controlled by the third person. Okay, directly or indirectly together controlled by the controlled third person. Okay, then if your family members control. Okay, this everything will subject to what? Related parties. Okay, any person directly or indirectly won't control or hold 25% or more the outstanding voting stock or share or of both of them. Okay, then it is also considered as related person. Okay, here Mr. Beta and company, we are just talking about whether it is related or not related. Mr. Beta and company hold 30,000 shares. Okay, of A Limited, and it is in A Limited and 25,000 shares in B Limited. Okay, so they're saying that. Okay, 1 second. So if you see here, so total shares on the 1 lakh. Okay, 1 lakh 30%. That is here he is holding how many percentage? 30%. He is holding how much? 25,000. 25,000 divided by 80,000. So 1 second. So he just holding how many shares? 80,000 out of 80,000 shares. He holding how many shares? 30,000 shares. Hence it is more than 25%. So here in A Limited, he hold 25,000 shares. Okay, he just holding 25%. And this both are considered as what? Related party transaction. Both are considered as what? Related party transaction. Okay, right. Number 2. Okay. Number 2. Next, Reliance Group has 3 company. Mr. Reliance company has 3 company. Okay, namely T Limited, L Limited, O Limited as a group company, and Reliable Limited, okay, as a parent company. Reliable Limited holds shares 25% on each company. So T is related to L, L is related to O, and there is between L and between there is O. Okay, all are considered as related party transaction. Okay, so here one person controlling all these 3 companies. All 3 persons are considered as related companies. Okay, next number 2. Next scenarios. Ravi and company, a CA firm employer who is representing his employee before the income tax authority, but does not change any professional fees, okay, in respect of the same. Is it regarded as supply? Yes, it is regarded as supply. Okay, where this person is collecting fees on such scenarios, hence it is regarded as supply. Okay. Next, number two, which is talking about employer-employee relationship. On this employer-employee relationship, in the course of employment, not in the course of employment. Okay. So, in the course of employment, if it is a regular basis, no GST. Even though if it is a contract basis, where it is employed by the company, no GST. If it is contract basis, if it is employed by the contractor or not in the course of business. For example, Yomurthy, I appoint a person, okay, Mr. C, okay, and he's just working in my company. In the sense, it is subject to what? Employment and no GST. Assume that one person coming as a contract, just working for 3 months as a stipend. Okay, I am controlling him and paying that salary to him. Then it is also considered as what? Employment relationship. Hence no GST. Next, number three, if it is some person who have been appointed, okay, housekeeping services, some person has been appointed in my office. Okay, I am paying to the housekeeper, okay, that particular person, and that housekeeper is paying to this particular persons. Okay, hence here this is subject to what? GST. Okay, it is subject to what? GST. Okay, so Ram has received a sum of ₹5 lakhs from his employer on premature termination on his contract for the employment. Ram, need your advice as to whether such receipt liable for GST. Okay, so here it is employer-employee relationship. For the termination, for such scenarios, it is not regarded as supply. Okay, if it is by way of gift, then it is regarded as supply. Clear? Next, Mr. Raju, an employee, provided services on contract basis to associate company of Vikram, okay, enterprises, the employer. The above activities is being carried out in lieu of specific monetary compensation. Is this regarded as supply? If so, who is liable to pay? Yes, because Raju, an employee, provide his services on contract basis to the associate entity of Vikram Enterprises. Okay, Inge is an employee, but he's just doing some services to this Vikram Enterprises. Okay, hence it is regarded as supply. Here, liability to pay GST in the hands of associate company of Vikram Enterprises. This is because it is subject to what? Reverse charge mechanism that we'll see later. Okay, it is subject to what? Here we're just seeing whether it is a supply or not regarded as supply. Hence, it is regarded as supply. Okay, next. Salary paid to partners, it is not regarded as supply. Okay, if anything which has been paid to the partner, it is not regarded as supply. This also we already discussed. Okay, if any payment made to the managing director, because there is no employee-employee relationship, hence it is liable for GST, subject to RCM. Okay, if it is a non-executive director who is not involved in any business, okay, not involved in any business, hence it is also regarded as supply. Okay, so it is also regarded as what? Supply. Hence it is subject to what? RCM. If it is an independent director or nominee director, okay, if it is an independent director or nominee director, hence here also it is regarded as supply. Okay, right? Next. So here everything is subject to reverse charge mechanism that we'll discuss under reverse charge mechanism separately. CMA Ram practicing cost account has received a register office in Chennai. He also obtained a register office in state of Andhra Pradesh in respect of his branch office. CMA Ram shall be treated as a distinct person in respect of registration in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh. We already discussed that. Suppose if being a distinct person, you have more than one registration in such each and every state. Now, this person is different, that person is different under GST. Under what? GST. Okay. Next, Mr. C of Chennai makes a taxable supply from Tamil Nadu. Okay, exceed ₹20 lakhs. Therefore, C will require for obtaining registration in Tamil Nadu. Such person may have establishment in state of Telangana where no taxable supply are made, but only establishment in Telangana helps in the hands of material. There is hands of handling of material like procuring and storing. Hence, establishment in Tamil Nadu and establishment in Telangana will be considered as a distinct person. Okay, considered as a distinct person when establishment in Telangana is not registered. Okay, here we are understanding only both are different person under GST law. Okay, Mr. C Limited has 3 branches A, B, C in 3 different states. Now, this is different person, this is different person, this is different person, this is different person under GST. Under what? GST. Hence, if it is supply between C to A, C to B, C to Z, or A to B, A to Z, everything is considered as what? Considered as what? Supply. Next, give if it is less than 50,000 not taxable. If it is more than 50,000, then it is taxable, right? Next, supply to agent, it is regarded as supply. Okay, even without consideration, it is regarded as supply. If he is not acting as an agent, then it is not regarded as supply. For example, supply of goods by principal to agent or agent to principal will be regarded as supply. For example, P Limited, registered person located in Cochin and have a godown in Cochin, transfer the goods to clearing and forwarding agent. Okay, acting like a clearing and forwarding agent. Such activities of transfer shall be considered as supply, even if it is no consideration has been received. Okay, so P Limited paying to whom? This particular C and F. Okay, he is acting like an agent. Okay, hence it is regarded as supply. Right. Next, foreign company engage Honda Car Limiteds. Okay, so PAL company dealer Honda Cars Limited is the manufacturer. Okay, so he giving the products to PAL Limited. Okay, on behalf of Honda Limited. Okay, so here he supply 50 cars without cost. Okay, then Honda is supplying what? 50 cars. That is also regarded as supply. Okay, next. M Limited being a garment manufacturer appoint Mr. Ram as an agent who stores garment manufactured by the M Limited and sends to the dealer whatever M Limited asks for the Ram to do. Is it regarded as supply? Yes, because M Limited giving goods to the Ram, okay, as the agent, okay, without consideration it is regarded as supply, but it is like further to the business and it is regarded as supply, right? Next. If I'm acting like a procurement agent, yesterday we are just explaining the scenarios. If acting like a procurement agent, okay, I am appointed as an agent, okay, he asking me to find out any person who supplies such goods. Okay, I find one person, Mr. C, okay, but Mr. C is directly supplying to Mr. A na. I will not consider as an agent. Okay, I'm acting like a procurement agent. Is this transaction shall not attract here? This transaction shall not attract what? Here. So this is a separate transaction. This is a separate transaction. Okay. So both transactions are different, right? Next, if I'm acting like an auctioneer, okay, the bidder, there is the person is paying to, there is a bidder is paying to the directly to that person. They pay only commission. Okay, only for the commission I am liable for GST, not for the sale value which has been made by the bidder. That is not considered as GST. Okay, next. So here auctioneer covered in the schedule, there is in this scenarios, Mr. A an artist, Mr. A appoint, okay, Mr. B auctioneer to appoint is painting, okay, Mr. B auctioneer, suppose Mr. A or artist வந்து Mr. B வந்து அவனோட நேம்ல இன்வாய்ஸ் பண்ணனா, then there is acting like a agent relationship, then this transaction will be regarded as supply. This is a separate supply. This is called as what? Separate supply. To summarize this, என்ன ஒண்ணுமே இல்ல, agent வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா if he bills separately by in his own name na, he is considered as different person. A to B is a different person, B to C is a different person. A is the principal, B is the agent, and C is the third person. If A is billing directly to C na, okay, it is not regarded as agent relationship. If A is billing through C and billing to B and B is billing to C na, then agent relationship. Hence here supply will incur. Okay, next. Procurement agent covers under section, the receipt number, procurement agent covers under this scenarios. Okay, here if I'm acting like a procurement agent, okay, but buyer is, that is seller is directly buying from the buyer na, I'm acting like a commissioning agent na, then it is also not regarded as supply. Yes, simple scenarios. If you see here, okay, if you see here, okay, one second. If you see here, there is main important thing is like the invoice principal has to be raised to the agent, agent has to be raised to the other persons. Okay, if invoice raised by the principal, okay, instead of agent to the customer na, then it is not considered as principal agent relationship. It is not considered as principal agent relationship. This is more important, okay, for considering whether it is a supply or not considered as a supply, right? Next, now we're just going to see import of services from a related person or, okay, by any person. Taxable has been removed, okay, by a person, from a related person, or okay, from his establishment located outside India. Okay, so here Apt Limited is located in India and holding 51% of shares of Wilson Limited, okay, a USA based company. Wilson Limited provide business accessories services to Apt and Apt Limited because they both are more than what 25%, and they will be regarded as supply even without consideration. Okay, Sparsh Limited of Mumbai Import Business support services from its head office located in USA. Okay, so here the head office has been rendering such services at free of cost to its branch office. Services received by Sparsh Limited will be qualified as a supply even though head office has been not charged. Okay, so here also it is considered regarded as import of services. Okay, hence it is regarded as supply of services. Okay, so here spouse, children of the persons, parents, grandparents, somebody is asking about the relationship, right? So here the relationship has been mentioned. Parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters of the person, if they are only mainly dependent on such person, they are called as what? Relations. Okay, they will be called as what? Relations. Right. Next 7.1d has been removed. Okay, so now they have been inserted 7.1a. 7.1a is nothing but subject to schedule 2. Subject to schedule 2. Treated either as supply of goods or supply of service paid. Okay, if they supply title in the sense, okay, then it is supply of goods. Here supply of goods in பத்தி போட்டிருக்கோம், here supply of services போட்டிருக்கோம். In case if it's transfer right services, okay, in case of transfer of title, but it should be written back in future na service, then it is also it is not written back in future na, then it is also called as what? Goods. Land and building பொறுத்தவரைக்கும் that lease tenancy right, it is considered services. Okay, leasing and letting out, it is also considered services. Treatment process is also considered services. Okay, treatment process is also considered services. Okay, transfer of business asset. Okay, transfer of business asset, if it is transfer the title now, then it is considered as goods. If it is not considered as a transfer of title, okay, only for the use now, services. Okay, if it is owner seized, okay, ownership has been seized, then it is considered as goods. Okay, it is considered as goods. Okay, but this is not applicable. நம்ம already சொன்னோம், இது is subject to going concern or subject to what? Transfer by the taken by the legal representative. Okay, இது வந்து transfer. It is not transfer, but transfer will not be liable under GST. Transfer will be liable under GST. Okay, registration அப்போ பார்த்தோம் லைட்டா அந்த topic. Okay, then supply of services, renting of immovable property. Okay, so it is considered as services. Residential dwelling house, okay, it is not regarded as services, that we'll see later. Okay, and the exemption. Okay, next construction, either by way of erection, completion. Okay, what are the name? It is called as what? Considered as supply of services. Okay, next one, temporary transfer, it is considered services. All services with regards to software will be considered services. Okay, any obligation, that is if I not satisfy that particular scenarios, in the sense I'm tolerate, okay, where I'm making some payment, it is considered as services. If I'm transferring the right to use, it is called as what? Services. Okay, if there is a composite supply with regards to work contract services, where here it is goods and services in the, for example, food plus services, it is also called as what? Services. Okay, it is subject to schedule 3 that we just going to discuss later. Okay, so this everything will be regarded as what? Services. If title of goods, then it is considered as goods. Okay, right? Next, a shopping complex owned by Mrs. X Limited and Y Limited at a later date, X Limited sold its share to the shopping complex to Z Limited, and ownership is not transferred to Mrs. Z Limited. The complete ownership is not transferred, hence it is regarded as supply. Okay, next, number 2. Title transferred in future. For example, Mr. A provide a mission to Mr. B and he permit to B to use the mission. Okay, provided Mr. B pays for the mission, that is for 2 months, and the 2 months it is considered as supply of services, supply of goods, and it is regarded as services. Okay, if the residential premises is used for the residential purpose as well as for the business purpose, it should be in the said activities of the leasing of residential complex will be covered in the definition of supply, because it is using for the business purpose, and it is regarded as supply. Right. Then coaching, okay, carrying of professional activity, everything will be subject to what? Supply of services. Okay, all right. So, all right. இதுல வந்து பாத்தீங்கன்னா whether transfer of tenancy rights to an incoming tenant, consideration for which his form of tenancy premium shall be at GST, where stamp duty and registration charges is levied on the said premium, if what would be the applicable rate. From the above cases, from the above cases, in case of transfer of tenancy right, a part of consideration for such transfer accrues outgoing rent, whether such supplies a willing attract whether it is subject to what, GST or not GST. Okay. Transfer of tenancy right on the it is subject to scope of supply. Okay, if it is for residential purpose, it is not. That is, if it is residential purpose, it is not considered as. It is subject to exemption. If it is for commercial purpose, then it is subject to what, taxable. Hence, GST will be applicable. Right. Next, any activities carried out by the product, whether for the binding charges in the product or not, will not be considered as processing of product. For example, job work performed by the job worker like cleaning and painting, it is regarded as services. Okay, it is regarded as supply. Job work performed by the job worker like converting raw material into finished goods, that is also that particular transaction is also called as what, supply. Okay, Mr. A trading of steel articles purchased a 10 meters for 1 lakh. He gave the steel to Mr. B job work. Okay, in the 1 lakh into the varadu, in the 20,000 job work charges, that is regarded as supply. That is regarded as supply. So job work will raise for 20,000. So job work to Mr. A. Okay, the value of supply equal to rupees 20,000. Okay, that we'll see later. Okay, right. So next, Crown Beer India Limited is a raw material as a job work, Karina Limited, for manufacture of alcoholic liquor. Manufacturing of alcoholic liquor, it is not subject to GST, but supplying this bottle, okay, supplying to this bottle will attract GST. After completing the job work, the finished product of 5,000 beer bottles are returned to the Crown Beers India Limited, putting the retail price of rupees 200 of each bottle, including of duties and taxes. Karina charge rupees 100 per bottle as a job charges. Okay, so here that is 500 into 200. Okay, that is nothing but 45,000. Okay, so that is 1 second. So here inclusive of that is for here 1 second. So here supply of alcoholic for human consumption is not subject to GST, but supply of that bottle, okay, will attract GST. Will attract what? GST. Okay. So here when it talks about this 500 bottle, okay, here how much the job worker is charging? Rupees 100 into 500, which is nothing but 5 lakhs. Okay, on this 5 lakhs, 9% on CGST, 9% on SGST will attract GST. And if it talks about alcoholic supply, that is not regarded as supply. Okay, transfer of business asset. Okay, supply of furniture, hence it is regarded as supply. Free sample, it is regarded as supply. Okay, if it is car, which is where input tax is not claimed, is no supply. Okay, business asset is converted. There is business asset used for the personal purpose. Okay, for example, if IDC available, then you have to reverse that IDC. If IDC not available, then no GST. Okay, the example. Okay, so here Mr. A is engaged in the business of transportation of passengers. He provided a vehicle for the marriage office account manager free of cost. He supply of services, but no GST is payable. Provide a business not claiming input tax credit. Okay, so here. See here, it is supply of services making to them related parties where consideration is not received. Schedule 1, okay, Schedule 1, subject to free without consideration, subject to the business transaction, hence it is regarded as GST. Okay, next, Mr. X is engaged in the business of selling furniture. He organized function in the house. Okay, as a result, he used business furniture for his function. It is supply of services. Okay, where the it is also subject to Schedule 1. Okay, where consideration not received. Okay, here it is regarded as supply. Right. Mr. X limited provided a car to one of his director for his personal use and charges of rupees 30,000 per month. It is supply of, that is, if he charges rupees 30,000, that is also regarded as supply. Okay. Next, a director takes a computer for the home as well as for the private purpose, for the official and business purpose, then it is not regarded as supply. Right. Next, a director uses a company car for his family outgoing. Okay. So suppose if IDC not available, then no GST. Okay. IDC not available, then no GST. If IDC available, then GST will be charged accordingly. Okay. Right. X and Y Limited. Okay. X and Y Limited are related party. Y Limited uses X Limited business asset, namely a large format printer to print high resolution architecture plan for its clients. Okay. So here X to Y, Y to Z, both are considered related party transaction. So here the supply of services, it is called supply. Okay, then it is subject to what? GST. Business discontinued, where partner is taking over the business. Okay, here it is not regarded as supply. Here it is not regarded as supply. Where the business, okay, going concern business, if they have been taking over by the another person, it is not regarded as supply. By a legal representative, it is not regarded as supply. For example, I am running a shop. Okay, suppose that person has been died. Okay, and it has been taken over by the legal representative. Okay, then in such cases, when it is taken over by the legal representative, it is not regarded as supply. So Mr. Raj, being a owner of shop, is a registered person at GST. He has decided to close the business. At the time of deregistration, he is closing the stock of rupees 15 lakhs. Mr. Raj final letter will show his supply made. Okay, இதுல வந்து is not giving the business, he is closing the business. Okay, if you giving from one business to another business, then it is not regarded as supply. If you close because there is a closing stock where ITC has been availed, so you have to reverse that ITC. Okay, clear? If ITC not availed, then he can sold, he can close. That's not issue. Renting of vacant land, okay, to a stud farm for rupees 1,50,000, is it regarded as supply? Yes, it is regarded as supply. Leasing of vacant land for a poultry for rupees 76,000, is regarded as supply? Yes, it is regarded as supply. Okay, so certain activities which has been exempted, that we see later. Okay, so information services will also regard as supply. Okay, so other activities, this is also will be regarded, that is what to say, estimated paid penalty under section 49 of CGST, okay, to the department. Somebody is asking regarding this, right? So penalty paid to the government, okay, on account of law, it is not subject to GST. If it is paying to some other person who is not subject to law, okay, then it is subject to GST. It is regarded as supply. Okay, clear, right? Mr. C is a practicing chartered cost accountant giving an appointment to a client, Mr. B, representing the company at 10 p.m. Tuesday. B cancelled the appointment 9 a.m. Okay, on Tuesday, 1 hour before the appointment day. Advance paid by the Mr. B was seeking the appointment is forfeited by the Mr. C for cancelling the appointment. Okay, here also it is regarded as supply. Okay, the forfeiture amount which is subject to what? GST. Okay, so here it is not a penalized charges. It is like consideration received from such person. Okay, if you tolerate also, that is also regarded as supply for the final liquid damages. Okay. So that is also considered as services. If it is made to the government, then it is not regarded as supply. Okay. Next, transfer of right to use. Okay, that is also regarded as supply. Okay. Composite supply. Suppose work contract or supply of food or any other articles for human consumption in the rendume vandadana, it is subject to what? Schedule 3. Okay, where it is considered as services, services. Here they may putting the major activities as construction, fabrication, modification, etc., etc. That is considered as supply, right? Next one, Badina. Okay, restaurant business, it is considered as supply of services. Okay, right. So inge pathina, இது ரெண்டு மூணு விஷயம் important. Circular has been given. So here, suppose ambulance services provided to the government, okay, by the private sector persons now. If ambulance services being a pure services are not considered supply. If ambulance services or medicine supply pandranga, medicine which is not exceeding more than 25%, then it is not regarded as supply. Okay, number 2, the ITI, that is, you will be heard about ITI. Okay, if it is provided by the government sector, government or central government or state government, okay, such if they are running that such training institute, then it is not regarded as supply. If it is running by the private institute, then it is regarded as supply. Okay, right. Next, if you see here, okay, that is some lending certificate. This is also subject to what? GST, that we'll see later. Okay, right. Here also, suppose the religious, you know about Isha Yoga. Okay, Isha Yoga, what they're doing, they're conducting the yoga on Shivaratri. Okay, in Coimbatore. Okay, they are providing the religious spirituality or yoga, etc., etc. They are providing. Okay, so they are doing what? Religious activities. Okay, in addition to that, they are also providing accommodation, food, services, etc. They are collecting some fees. Okay, they are collecting some fees for the spiritual activities. That fees is not subject to GST. That fees is not subject to GST. Okay, if it is in the objective and purpose of such scenarios. If they're doing separately, okay, they're giving what? Food, drinks, or any other, that is, they are doing primarily, okay, accommodation, etc., etc. Then it is not part of your objectives. Then it is subject to what? Supply. Okay, then trust is liable for GST. Okay, next. Principal and agent relationship already I discussed. Okay, principal. Okay, if the person acting like a declared agent, okay, when he is called as a declared agent now, okay, in such cases, inge pathina, first scenarios, okay, where the invoice raised by the supplier, the principal to the customer, or the invoice raised by the agent. There is where the it is where the invoice. First one என்ன சொல்றேன்னா principal directly raising to the customer. Number two வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா on behalf of customer, sorry, on behalf of principal, the agent is issuing invoice in the name of principal. Okay, both are not regarded as agent. Both are not regarded as agent. Okay, wow. So here, see in this example, supply of goods from the supplier. Okay, principal to recipient. Okay, agency. There is here what happens is this principal is directly given to the recipient. DS is this agent is acting just like an agency services. He's not doing any other activities. Okay, so here there is no independent. There is DCA and principal are independent. When principal is applying to the recipient, that is different services, and DCA is applying to customer, that is a different services. Okay, number two. Okay, if principal is raising to DCA and DCA is raising to recipient, and that is DCA is raising to the so in this cases principal and DCA it is subject to what agent. Here in such cases, okay, any bill which has been raised by the principal to the agent, okay, it is regarded as supply. It is regarded as supply, and if any scenario which has been DCA to customer, it is also regarded as supply. Okay, so here it is subject to what? It is subject to what? இங்க பாத்தீங்கன்னா it has been clarified in the case of DCA is agent under para 3 of schedule 1. Okay, if it is temporary short term transaction based credit being provided, okay, இது ஒரு முக்கியமான ஒரு நிமிஷம். Okay, so இங்க பாருங்க, it has been embraced the activities of extension of credit by the DCA to the recipient. Okay, would not be considered as a separate supply. See, இங்க வந்து A, okay, principal, B, agent, C, customer. Okay, when A is billing to C, customer na, okay, then B is not acting like an agent. Okay, so if B is separately billing to C na, okay, that is a different supply, and this is a different supply. A to B is a different supply, A to C is a different supply, and B to C is a different supply. Suppose number 2, if A is billing to B, B is billing to C, B is billing to C, and also additional activities to C. Okay, in such cases, A to B is a different supply, B to C is a different supply. Okay, and anything which has been made to C, B to C, it is subject to what? Principal. Okay, it is subject to what? Principal. So here both are separate supply and both are leviable under CGST. Okay, right? இதெல்லாம் just நீங்க go through பண்ணிக்கங்க. Okay, right? Composite பார்த்தோம். Composite nothing but bundle of services. Number 1. Number 2. Okay, mixed there is no bundle of services. Composite it should be sold in the ordinary course of business and naturally supplied. Okay, without principal supply there is no main supply. Okay, for example, air ticket with meal. Air ticket is the principal supply, meal is the additional supply. So you will be levied under air ticket. Okay, number 2. So Mr. P entered into the contract, okay, with Z Limited for supply of goods. Okay, where the goods are packed and transported with the insurance. Okay, so goods is the main scenarios, insurance is additional. So principal supply is goods. Number 3, I'm booking a hotel for 3 days. Okay, that 3 days in addition breakfast also provided. So this is the principal supply, this is the additional supply. Okay, so here it is subject to what? Principal supply, not based on additional supply. Okay, so laptop is providing with bag, etc., accessories. So laptop is a principal supply. Without principal supply there is no additional supply. Hence here it is subject to what? Principal supply. Mixed supply can be sold, supplied individually, can be supplied what? Individually. Number 2, okay, it is an individual supply and rate of tax shall be at the highest rate. For example, gift, chocolate, cakes, dry fruits, etc., everything can be sold separately. Okay, whatever the highest rate, that should be taxable. For example, okay, here they're saying that watch, wallet, books, etc., they're giving different rates. Here highest rate only 18%, that is taxable. Okay, so if there is a bundle of services, then they call as what? Composite supply, and there is a principal supply, it is called as what? Composite supply. When there is no bundle of services or no principal supply, then it is called as what? Mixed supply. Okay, so battery with inverter, battery is a different supply and inverter is a different supply, both are not interlinked together, hence both are called as what? Mixed supply. Okay, hence highest rate shall be taxable. Okay, next, books has been printed, published. Okay, but here main name is book, so book is the main intention. Okay, printing is another additional concept. So it is here also principal supply is book. Okay, and printing is the additional supply. Okay, without book there is no printing scenarios. Okay, same scenario, designing logo, etc., okay, that is also subject to principal supply. Okay, here the design, okay, the drawing, painting, that are all, it is different scenarios. Okay, right? Fine. So right, this is mixed supply, buy one get one. This is a mixed supply. Okay, here there is no principal supply. So here what happened? They can buy, they can purchase separately. So there is not considered as principal. It is not considered as principal supply. Hence, it is between mixed supply and principal supply. Okay, right. So this is all about what? Okay, this is all about supply. Okay,